TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond. TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
What's up, family? How y'all doing? Welcome to the first episode of the new year of the Talk Show Kings, coming at you live from Douglasville, Georgia, where we having big fun out on TV 1061. I'm going to let my kings introduce themselves, starting on my far right.
And I'm King Ty Carr from Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts in the house.
And I'm glad to be back.
Hey,
Absolutely.
it's time to bring in the new year.
Absolutely. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. For those of us that made it, congratulations. Welcome to a new year of Talk Show Kings.
Swag
I'm King
himself.
Lundy, born and raised in Macon, Georgia.
Macon Knight.
Live now in the AT Alien. Hey, Mom, love you. Let's go.
King Doc from the A, west side of Atlanta, Simpson Woods. Call your Heights Apartments now, but Simpson Woods for all the old heads.
Yeah.
Hey, just happy to be here, and we finna talk some crap. We got a new king with us. Introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah, my name's Pedro, Peter Grace. I'm happy to be here, man. Glad to be invited with some kings.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Welcome aboard.
Bringing the Latin swag. Hey,
Absolutely.
we finna do this thing. What's our first? Whoa. Before I go there, I want to give a shout out to our executive producer, Mr. Felix Washington. I want to give a shout out to the talk show divas who had a
absolutely.
magnificent
Give them
show.
a
Y'all got
wonderful
to check
shout
out
out.
the divas. Check out Kingdom Come. Check out The Flavor. You know, we want to give a shout out to Shantae. We want to give a
Absolutely.
shout out to our executive director.
You already know.
Mr. Marcus Givens.
Marcus, come on back now. We need you.
Hey, Marcus, yeah, where you at, man? I hope everything all right with you.
Absolutely.
What's our first topic for today?
And this is a dynamic topic. Don't leave from what you're doing. Stay tuned in. We got a topic for you. This topic is, why do black men feel it's okay to put down black women when other races, they don't put their women down? So why is it acceptable that we do it to ours?
Oh. Can I go first? Can I go first? Okay, check this out, right? Y'all know how I cherish the black female.
Absolutely.
Right? Y'all also know that I think all people came from black people, so I feel like all females are black females. But that's just my personal opinion. But there is no way in the goodness I should see an African American female on YouTube crying because somebody has compared her to a Rottweiler. What kind of sense does that make?
None.
I mean, would you compare your mother to a Rottweiler? Your grandmother? You know, I put my grandmother in the ground today. Well, she was cremated, but I went to see her going away today. And there's no way in the world. She was beautiful, as all our women are, queens. So how do you have the audacity to compare either one of them to some kind of animal? What is wrong with you? Our women, our children should be our utmost responsibility. We need to protect them. We need to be making sure that, hey, I'm about to get, whoo.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's a topic situation.
If you don't have nothing nice to say about the black woman, keep your mouth shut.
Absolutely.
All right? That's how I feel about it. You know, because we have beautiful and ugly in every race and in every mirror, to be honest. I mean, everybody has your days where you won't look your best.
And I'm going to piggyback on what Doc said. Doc, the majority of the black women that are insulted with insults come from who? They come from black men. Our own
That's
race
my
of
point.
men. You know, and I think that, and I was speaking earlier to someone about this conversation, is that it's the black man within himself, you know, that can speak to a woman like that. Some black men do it to make themselves bigger than their woman, or they do it for intimidation, abuse type card, but it's done mostly from black men to our black women.
Yeah, I have a word I like to say.
Absolutely.
Bitch made black men, because you don't insult a woman like that, period.
Right.
And one of our viewers, Mr. Kenneth D. Wilson Jr., AKJ, says it's not acceptable. Poisonous rap music makes it seem like the norm. I feel you on that one.
Absolutely.
But even rap music is entertainment. If you think that nonsense is the norm, or if you think that that's okay, then you know you really need a reality check.
It's not okay. It's not okay at all. I don't think anybody should be putting down anybody,
Exactly.
whether it's black on black or any other race, period.
It's predominantly happened to our women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and if you ask me my opinion, we got some beautiful
Yes, we
sisters
do.
out there.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, my mother's a black woman, my aunt's a black woman, my grandmother's a black woman.
Right,
You know, and all of them beautiful to me.
Right.
So, you know, my daughters, all of them beautiful.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean,
Pedro, they did a survey, and the survey was about black women. Do you know that out of all the races of women, the black woman is treated the most disrespectful of all races? Go ahead.
Yeah. I truly feel we have adapted as black Americans, Western European culture.
Right.
I believe their agenda was to influence our pattern of behavior through blaxploitation.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And because the disrespect for black women didn't come not even during slavery,
Right.
and not even during the civil rights movement.
Exactly.
Right.
And it came really at the forefront of blaxploitation movies, where the pimps were looked at as an influential
Absolutely.
character.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Then now you have where they're using it as an agenda through the media, through music.
Right.
But with all that being said, like you were saying, it has a lot to do with us not knowing our position.
Absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
Yeah.
when we're challenged, and we can't deny black women will challenge the black man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We feel our position being threatened as far
Right.
as manhood,
Right.
and as far as articulation, we're not able to express ourselves.
Right.
But I always say we do not have to degrade
Thank you,
other
bro.
people
Right.
to
Right,
upgrade
yeah.
ourselves.
Exactly.
And that's what we do. We become degrading in order to upgrade
we have taken on
absolutely.
this standard of
Yeah.
Europeanized beauty, when
Yeah.
in all actuality, we are the culture trendsetters.
Yeah.
If you look at it,
Yeah.
why do people do lip injections, butt injections, all
Right.
this kind of stuff?
Right.
Because they're trying to look like the women who have it naturally.
Naturally,
Yeah.
They're trying to
absolutely.
emulate that.
A black woman, just put it
being
out
that
there.
if they're trying
emulate
to
a black
emulate
woman.
that, then how can you say that the origin of those features is anything but beautiful,
Yeah.
gorgeous,
Right.
stupendous? And if you don't have those feelings, then just say nothing. You know? I mean,
Right.
especially if you're talking about your own woman. Why would you say some nonsense like that? You know, I mean, black women are the most educated of all Americans, period.
Right.
So they're out trying. So many of us are incarcerated, and I don't even think it's all on us that we're incarcerated, because they hold us back with this systematic racism in that we have to sometimes resort to, or not necessarily have to, but a lot of people resort to illegal means to sustain.
Right.
Nobody wants to sit home and starve to death.
Absolutely.
Right.
So they fill the jail with us, give us extremely long sentences over
Okay.
total nonsense. And then our women are left out there on their own.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to be hardened. Of course they're going to be, you know, the head of the household
Right.
per se, because they're used to being abandoned and on their own.
Okay, now let's do this right here. Let's say that the black man is definitely wrong for what they're doing. But what I found out, what I see in the now in day and times, I think that black women have also lowered their standards and lowered their way of thinking, that they're just almost acceptable to being taught to a certain way. Now, it used to be you couldn't call a black woman a B or a H or none of that, and she didn't go to war with you about it. But now it's so acceptable that they're not even doing anything about it.
Right.
You know, they ain't doing nothing about
I
it.
mean, because you know,
You
the
know?
reality is, even they, you know, when they're talking to their friends, you know, they
B,
they like
A,
B
B,
and,
you know, hey,
and
B, what's
H's
going
and
on,
yeah,
B,
what's
you
going
know?
on,
Hey,
like
B, you better get over here.
yeah,
B, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you know. So I think
uh,
that's why it's, you know, I think that's why it's more acceptable nowadays, you know,
and it
because
should not
right,
be.
exactly,
Because all it does is it perpetuates the cycle, and it keeps going
Yes.
repetitory. That now you're put in an environment where it's common now.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I see couples now that go out on dates, and the man don't even go around the car to show chivalry, to open the door, and the lady, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
You know,
they accept it.
Yeah, it's
And-
acceptable.
and that's-
you know, I think you crazy if you do it.
Uh-huh. That-
I
that-
still
that's-
do it, but
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's funny you said that, because there was a I'll say a older lady.
Yes.
And I was giving her a ride,
Mm-hmm.
and she just stood there, and she said, "I'm not getting in this car till you open the door."
That's
Right,
right.
there you
and
go.
she
That's
had
right.
she had to be
there
about
you go.
70.
There you go. That's
So
right.
she demanded that respect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I
Yes.
still attribute it to us as men.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
of
Because
course, you know,
we're not raising
yeah.
our daughters to,
Yeah.
to demand that kind of respect.
yeah,
I mean, if you treat your daughter a certain way, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
if you treat your daughter a certain way, she won't allow another man to treat her less than that.
That is right.
Because she will
That is
know
right.
that's how she's supposed to be treated
Yeah.
from a man.
But
Now,
you said the key thing, no doubt. The reason why men are not treating their daughters for that, because the men are not in the household. The
Yes.
men are incarcerated. They are in prison.
Yep.
So by the men, the black men being in prison, how could you now mothers, wives, don't shoot my head off, but a mother can only take a son or a daughter so far that a father could take them all the way. You understand
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yep.
Because if it is a household, a single mother, I give single mother all your props. I love you to death. But when there's a combination of a
Exactly.
father and wife in the house,
Yes.
that daughter stands a better chance at going out into the world operating off a mentality that both of her parents was raised her, and she know where it comes from, what a man should do.
That's
but
right.
she ain't never seen that, Pedro, Doc,
Uh-huh.
or Taka, how is she gonna relate to that?
there are some areas where it's even uncommon for a man to be in the house
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
At all. It's just not a common thing. Like there's some areas where people say that they're not used to seeing fathers in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm fortunate to be raised by my father. You know, I was raised by my father, but my mother was constantly in my life, so it wasn't like I didn't have her influence. But I didn't know that wasn't the norm. Like I knew,
Yeah.
single parent father wasn't the norm.
Yeah.
But I thought most kids got to see their father often.
yeah,
But to not have him there at all,
Yeah.
what would that do to a child's psyche?
Yeah, yeah,
Like there's a certain
absolutely.
confidence that I know I have
but-
because my father was there.
absolutely.
There's certain things I wasn't worried
yeah.
about nobody snatching me or
Breaking
no
in the
nonsense.
house or something
No,
like that was
breaking
there.
my house you want to
You know
because
what
my
I'm
papa, he
saying?
wasn't playing them kind of
Exactly.
games, and everybody in the block knew it.
Yeah,
Everybody knew
yeah.
that's Lil Mo. So
Yeah.
you don't come at him like that.
That's right.
Because Big Mo will knock your block clean off. But let us get to some of these comments. Now, Lauren Wilson says, right on, the black woman must be cherished. After all, she's a queen. I agree with you all the way, Lauren. Lorenzo Elvis Murphy says, first is being we need to respect ourselves first. I agree.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
They are
Lorenzo.
getting paid to disrespect the women. You talking about the rappers and stuff?
Yeah.
I feel you on that because there is a lot of music and things of that nature that is not released that has or is not pushed forward in the media that has respect for women. The black woman is responsible for raising over half of the population. That's Lauren again. Tell us, Lauren. Tiffany, God Save Me Grady says she loves Pedro.
Well,
Got your fan, bro.
all right.
Lorenzo Elvis Murphy again. Everything is in the technology. That's how they're getting us as black people. I
Right,
feel you.
right.
You have to bring the old school with young school so we can become the pro school. I like that. I like that. Shamika White. Hey, Mika.
Hey, Mika.
Mika says, nothing is left to the imagination these days from women. That still doesn't excuse a man from disrespecting a woman. I agree with you on that one.
100%.
I agree that doesn't give a man any right to disrespect a woman. However, I do feel like that women should. I'm not even going to go however with anything. Men should not disrespect woman, period,
Right.
regardless. I feel you on that one. We'll talk about something else later. Lorenzo, women must feel they're both the man. Women must feel they're both the man and the woman. Prison reform. I feel you on that one. I can see that point, Lorenzo, says Shamika. Okay, that's all our comments. Anybody
Right.
want to address any other comments or
Right.
speak back?
Well, but to be honest with you, they were great comments, by the way.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
they were spot on, and then just to reiterate what Doc started the conversation, no man should feel like he should disrespect. A lot of guys, Doc, well, I was upset, or it was the alcohol, or it was the drugs. No, you don't have to be high to call the woman what you call her, the B word or the H word.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
agree.
an excuse.
Yeah.
And a lot of men that get out of pocket with these women because they've seen it in their households. They've seen their father do it. Bishop T.D. Jakes said, at some part of your life, you have to break tradition.
Yeah.
Yes.
If your grandfather was an alcoholic and your father was an alcoholic, and people say, well, I'm going to be an alcoholic because my grandfather. No, break the line of tradition.
Exactly.
Right.
Be
But-
sober,
Yeah.
But no, I was just gonna say, but nowadays you have like a lot of young women, they
Yes.
push, dudes like my age bracket, like they push them to
Yeah.
call them out they,
Yeah,
names and stuff like that.
yeah,
It's still
yeah,
unacceptable,
yeah,
but still,
yeah.
women, we know that nowadays they really do that. Like they'll get under a guy's skin so
Yeah,
bad that the guy would just
Yeah.
go off and
Retaliate.
exactly.
A lot of time when men curse women out, they've attacked them mentally, so to speak. They've challenged them,
Challenged
like you said, Pedro. And say, if a man want to force a woman to do something she don't want to do it, the first thing come to mind is to slap her around and make her do it. Which the only thing that does is takes away her love for you and takes away her self-esteem and make her feel lower than under your feet. That's all it does to a woman. And the black woman deserves more than anybody could ever give her because of who she is.
Thank
and
you.
especially to us as black men. I love my queen, love her, And the guy said, well, would you take a bullet for her? If it comes to a scenario when I have to take a bullet for her,
Right.
and knowing what I've been through and what she's done for me, I'll take two for her.
Right. Well, and
Dripping swag. Just dripping swag.
yeah, and we have to get back to that mentality.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
they're playing checkers, and we should be playing chess.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
chess, our job is to protect the what?
The queen.
The queen.
Well, we got to take the king. Everybody takes the king on chessboard, but
Oh, yeah,
I understand what
yeah,
you're saying. But speaking of getting back, we got to go to break, and we'll be getting back to you as soon as we can. All right. Hey, fellas, y'all bring.
So many black lives incarcerated. so many Black lives silenced. When will we stop the madness?
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
Hi, this is Bill Duke, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
to the same. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, show my age. Show my age. But wait, we was talking about the black woman and her being disrespected and how that should never happen. Have we rolled that one up yet, fellas, or do we need to get back on it?
We need to talk about that a little bit more so
Okay.
these fellas can understand that what God has gave you, let no man put asunder.
Wow.
What I was told. Let no man put asunder what God has gave you.
When a man finds a
He finds a good one.
good thing. Lorenzo, man, I'm liking you, bro. Brother says, brother think they're giving up their power to let the woman be in front. But they have to be because they will listen to her.
Right.
Before they listen to we. Okay, I'm missing that one. So I let my woman go first. I get better results. I don't know about to go first. I'm a little overprotective. So I'm always like, I'm always either right next to her or in front because I can't see nothing happen. Like if somebody bumps into her, I get angry. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
My daughter will tell you, and my ladies will tell you that, you know, they have to be respected, period. If you raise your voice at them, you gonna know that, you know, that's unacceptable. I'm going to let you know. You know, if you come at them any kind of way.
So excuse me not gonna work?
It needs to be quick. It needs to be quick. It needs to be quick.
Excuse me not
Because
gonna work.
like baby girl, if somebody bump into her,
Yeah.
first thing she do is grab me.
Yeah,
She don't say nothing. If you bump into her, she ain't gonna say nothing to you. She gonna grab me. Cause she know, hey, I ain't got no patience for whatsoever.
Now that's brought to you by King Dom.
I'm just being honest, and you say you'll take two bullets. I'm the exact same way.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
somebody
man.
starts
Yeah,
shooting, hey,
yeah.
I'm standing in front of her. You can't hurt
Yeah.
my queen.
Yeah,
Period.
absolutely.
You know,
You
I
got to
mean,
know what
whatever
she
happens.
mean- what
Whatever
she
happens,
means
happens.
to you.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And if she don't mean anything to you, women, and I say this, I'm looking straight at my camera. You can't beg a man to want you. You can't beg a man to stay with you. There are gonna be telltale signs in your life that absolutely this man don't want to marry you and he's not gonna be with you. I said last week and I got a ton of replies. Doc and I had a Christmas show before, and I made this statement. I said, women, stop playing the role of a wife when you're not the wife yet.
Yeah.
Husbands, stop playing the role of a husband if you're not the husband yet. See, it's certain stuff that girlfriends do, and it's stuff that wives do.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna continue to be the wife and not the girlfriend, then tell them to put a ring on it.
That's right.
Because why? Why get the milk? Well, I mean, why pay for the milk?
Or I pay for the
Yeah,
cow.
yeah.
Why pay for the cow when you get the milk for free?
Gotcha.
And I used to always wonder what that meant. I
Now
always
you
wonder
know.
what that meant. Now I know. Now I know.
Lorenzo said making a deal. We're dealing outside the box. I feel you on that. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense to me. I get it because, like, she has a lot better negotiation skills. Because I want, I want what I want, and I don't necessarily always think around stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, me, I'm if I want something, if I want a shirt or a pair of pants, I go to the mall and look around, and if I see something I like, I go and get it.
Right.
That's how I shop. If she shops, she gonna go look here, there, this place, that place, see how much it costs here,
Yeah,
see how much
yeah,
it costs on Amazon.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I ain't doing all that. I ain't got the patience
all
for
the
that.
comparison shopping.
Exactly. I ain't got to be.
Yeah,
I to get
yeah,
annoyed. That's
yeah,
all I know
yeah.
is trying to do all that.
Yeah.
Hey, if I see it, I want it. I might have to pay extra or
A little
whatever.
bit
But
more for-
that's
that's
just me. I'm just being real though.
Yeah.
Like
I believe women are our wisdom. Anytime you
Yeah,
read in the Bible when it speaks when it says the word wisdom, it refers to wisdom as a her.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So women are our wisdom, and we fail due to not want to relinquish control. That we fail
exactly.
to want to relinquish that control. We
Right.
ignore their wisdom. You know, and I'm also feeling that we as men need to be that standard for our daughters.
Right.
I agree.
If look,
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
you can't just come to me with anything, because
Yeah.
my daughter done showed me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, my daughter done took me out, showed me how you're supposed to treat a woman
Yeah.
by how he treats my wife, and anything less than that, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's right.
You know, yeah.
That's right.
I feel you on that.
That's right. You
Big
have
time.
to actually be involved in your children's life. But not only that, your child's gonna be your child till the day she die. So don't stop when she's 16
yeah.
and 17.
Yeah, we
when
can-
she's 30 and 31, because you gonna see some things that she can't see. She definitely gonna see some things. And you said you made a perfect point. In the Bible, wisdom is called her, but also in James 3, patience is called her as well.
yeah.
He said, allow
see that.
patience to have her perfect works. So when God's talking in the Bible, he's talking about that beautiful woman that he gave you, and he's using her throughout the Bible to tell man. So he told man first. You know, he didn't wake Eve up and told Eve. He told man first. So man ought to know how to treat this woman.
Man, pass collection plate. Pass collection plate. I'm not gonna go biblical. I'm gonna go because I believe that I'm not gonna say anything negative about the Bible, because I believe it's the best teacher of morality out
Absolutely.
there. But I strongly believe that the black woman was the first being on earth, and all life, all matter of man came from her. That's my belief. But I will say that a man is an actionable creature. We think in action. We like what we see, for one, but a man is not going to get into an argument and feel like he's hurt your feelings. A man gonna get into an argument and want to hurt your eye, break your leg, or something like that.
Yeah.
A woman will want to outthink somebody and hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
You know, out talk to them a certain kind of way. That just goes to show the difference between the, like I say, action and intellect.
That's right.
Like, okay, a lot of things that are made by quote unquote man or invented by man, was the idea was spawned by watching a woman, by paying attention to what's going on, by her struggles and our struggles as well.
Right.
But we see it, and then our minds work together, and we bounce ideas off of each other. In my opinion, there is no child stronger than one that's raised by both parents, because they have both mindsets. They're raised with that.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, let me get back on a couple of these comments. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna read what Shamika says. She said,
Well, Lorenz spoke before her.
"Oh, okay."
Lorenzo. They're scared of us when we speak our mind. I'm a strong brother. I come off strong sometimes. Same here, bro. Go ahead, Tykar.
Shamika said, "I'm a strong woman, and I came off with the angry black female myth, or resting B face.
Oh yeah.
The resting,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
so.
right.
Yeah, I know Mika, and she telling the truth. So men are scared to date me sometimes. Yeah, I can see that, Mika.
Yeah.
Because Mika ain't no joke. Yeah, and don't let her get 38 hot. But
Exactly.
Mika is one of the nicest and biggest hearted people you'll ever meet.
Right.
If you can get through that thick wall. But Mika's a great person.
And that thick wall, what I've learned is their morals, their integrity, their dignity. Anytime you meet a woman like that, then guys say, well, I don't want to mess with her. She intimidating. She's too strong. No, it's not. It's just that her values in life are higher than yours.
Right.
And how was she treated?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of
absolutely.
that comes from past treatment.
Absolutely.
A lot of times, like I used to always say that dogs are made, talking about men, because most of the time when we all young and stuff, and we want to get with a woman and give her everything and this, that, and the other, but a lot of time because of the youth, it's not received well, and we're called this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other, and so now we won't. We're not going to just deal with one woman. We're going to deal with several. But we got to learn better than that. The women got to learn better than that. A lot of women need to learn that these guys that try to give you the world, try to spend all their time with you, try to do everything for you, that's the dude you might want to think about settling down with. Because he thinks that you're everything. Your imperfections to him are nothing. Don't even talk about your imperfections, because he don't even see them 9 times out of 10. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he truly loves you, by the way, that is. Because a
feel
lot of guys tell you they're going to give you the world. I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to buy you a car. I'm going to give you, quit your job. I'm going to give you everything you want until you ask them for $200. They're going to give you everything until you ask them for $200.
The thing about it, though, is you want to get with a guy who's not going to give you everything you want, but it's going to give you himself. Because I can't say that tomorrow I'm not going to be struggling. But I can say that even if I am struggling, I'm still going to do everything I can for baby girl. You know, I'm not going to promise her that I'm going to buy her, you know, a $3 million house. I might not ever have that.
The kind of women that are good women with men are those women that if you ain't got nothing, that going to be with you until you get something.
Yeah.
Exactly. But as long as you trying.
Yeah.
Like if you at home playing Xbox all day,
all day long.
Eating all the snacks.
Something against Xbox.
Drinking about food.
If you're doing that every day, all day, you know, then I can see a woman not wanting to be with you.
Yeah.
If you have no ambition, if you have no drive, if you have no, you know, no whatever will to go out and do something, you know, even if you failing at the hunt, you should still be out trying to hunt. You know what I'm saying?
But it's women's self-esteem so low, Doc, that they are dating guys.
Yeah.
And they had the audacity to bring them home to mom and dad. You know what?
Hey, it blew my mind, and I talked about it on the show a long time ago, but it blew my mind to find out that men actually get angry with women for not giving them some of their income tax money. I have never heard of it. There's no way in the goodness I would ask a woman to give me some money, period. I would sit home and not eat. I would collect cans or whatever I had to do. Whatever I had to do to feed myself. I'm not going to ask a woman to support me. My mind does not work that way.
I've heard the dudes get so angry and just go crazy just because they don't get the tax money from their girl. I'm like,
wow, that's like unbelievable.
like,
They
man.
want tax money and she got 5 babies. They still want tax money. She got 5 children and they still want tax money.
Whoo, Father.
You know?
I can't see it. I can't see it.
And then you got some dudes that are just with the women just because of, you know, until they get their tax money. As soon as they get their tax money, then they gone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they call that income tax love.
Yeah.
And then they have the audacity to come back next year.
Absolutely.
I can't see it. I can't understand it. I can't understand it. You know?
So, Doc, what would you say to the men out there that have daughters that can, if the relationship is broken, that can build that relationship? Do you tell them to mend that relationship? You know, because a lot of guys, they're afraid to deal with the children's mother. Because that's a whole nother story that we're going to have on the show, is baby mama drama. And if these guys feel like they're going to have baby mama drama, and I found a lot of guys, when they divorce the mother, they divorce the kids. They divorce the mother-in-laws, the father-in-laws. Everybody divorced when that divorce happened. You know.
Okay, a narcissistic parent will do whatever to hurt you.
Right.
And despite the repercussions on the kid. So a lot of times there are mothers that won't let the father see the kid.
Absolutely.
I go through that personally.
Yeah.
But I would love to see my daughters.
Absolutely.
You know, as much as possible.
Right.
Now, I would say that if you are a father, then take your daughter out. You know, pull your daughter's chair out, push it in. Open your daughter's door for her.
There you go.
Talk to her.
There you go.
More important, listen to her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Understand that her stresses are not the same as yours, but they're still important to her.
Yeah, show her what a real man is.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I
There you
mean,
go.
we have to learn, women are, 9 times out of 10, women are more talkative than men. However, they need us to listen to them and to at least try to understand where they're coming from.
Right.
Speaking of where we're coming from, we're going to be coming from break in just a little while because we got to go to break.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm loving the conversation. Keep hollering at us, family.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? You have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Hey family, welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed the PSA, the public service announcement that was given about the police department. The police have caught a bad rap because of the nonsense that we've gone through as a community. And out here in Douglasville, they're really trying to make a difference and trying to get that love back between, or get the relationship back between the police and the community. So they're saying, you know, hey, if the police turn the lights on, just pull over. You know, it's not necessarily that somebody's trying to take you to jail or this, that, and the other, but it makes things easier and it makes things safer for both you and the officer. So, you know, please watch the PSA and if you're out here in Douglasville, pay it. Well, not even in Douglasville. If you're out and about, then, you know, try to be respectful to the police because it isn't the easiest job to have. But our first topic, you know, we talked about trains. I'm joking. We talked about we talked about black men talking down to black women, which thoroughly disgusts me. But I'm not going to talk about that all day, even though I could. What's our next topic?
Talk about? Our next topic in entertainment news would be R. Kelly's. Well, two of R. Kelly's alleged girlfriends, out of multiple, basically got into an altercation fight. You know. And after they got into the altercation fight, one of them...
This was on Instagram, right?
On Instagram Live, yeah. One of them basically threatened to expose, like, everything as far as, like, you know, everything that he's been doing all of these years and things like that,
He tried to hide. I'm sorry.
Now I did hear one of the young ladies was going to go expose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
She was gonna expose everything, and
Right.
I don't know if you guys seen the actual video, but there's like two
Right.
parts of the video. But
Okay.
the one that threatened that she was gonna expose everything, man, she gave her the business. Like,
Okay, wait.
Right.
Okay, hey Angie. So the one who is going to expose jumped on the one who's not talking, or the one who's not talking jumped on the one who is talking?
I don't exactly remember, but yeah, like I said.
Well, the one who's going to talk, she got jumped on by the one
gotcha.
who's not going to talk. And if you've been following the media, you've been following the news, you've been following Instagram, you will see both the R. Kelly's girlfriends on there fighting.
Yeah.
What happened is R. Kelly is having to leave his apartment at Trump Towers. Means he's packing up, he's hitting the road. Well, they was in the apartment separating different items. One of the girls, Jocelyn Savage, the other girl, Ariel Clary, is one of the girls that's going to testify against R. Kelly because she got upset because she wanted to take 2 of his Grammys award, and Jocelyn Savage would not let her. They did get into an altercation, which eventually Azriel Clary filed charges against Jocelyn Savage, who was later taken into custody and arrested for simple battery.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Right. During that time, Azriel Clary, whom had not seen her parents in 3 years from Atlanta, Georgia, got an opportunity to meet with her parents at the Cook County Courthouse after 3 years. In that reuniting, they were able to speak with the lawyer in hand because she's still not comfortable speaking with them, without a lawyer, because she's saying that her family's lied about everything, but now it's beginning to unfold, and on live Instagram TV, she's stating that R. Kelly lied about everything. And she wants to expose him. And she even made a comment that when her and Jocelyn Savage did the interview with Gayle King, they lied.
They lied.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Absolutely.
I think
Everybody saw the shadow of the guy telling them not to talk, and, waving them
Oh
down.
yeah. When he was standing in the back.
when somebody was standing in the background. Now, I don't know who that was.
Absolutely.
And yes, Angie says, are they really fighting over his stuff? Well, yeah, they're fighting over it, and it's not really. I think the stuff was like the catalyst or whatever, but I think it was more that she now wants to talk, and the other woman is still brainwashed and don't want her to talk.
Right. They finally realized R. Kelly gonna be in jail.
Yeah, I overheard one of them during the whole thing while they was fighting. One of them was basically saying, "Are you still sleeping with him?"
Yeah.
So yeah.
Jocelyn Savage was asking Azriel Clare, "Are you still sleeping with him?"
I thought he was locked up. So is he getting conjugal visits or something like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand too.
Probably.
Was it somebody else, or was it R. Kelly that they're saying?
I'm not sure. They didn't say the exact name, but I mean, it's R. Kelly, so.
Right.
Like you
Well,
said,
they go
he
see
could
him
get
twice. They go see him every 2 weeks. They get a chance to go see him on a Sunday.
See, that's what I'm saying.
So I don't know whether he's having consular visits or not, But yeah, that's how the story is.
But I was gonna say we all knew he was guilty from the beginning. Like
absolutely, absolutely.
Angela Smith Gorham, Angie says Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, that's where like somebody's being abused so much they get used to it and start to think of it like regular. So even if they leave their abuser, they start looking for that kind of behavior. Mika says, I'm kind of over them because they live stream on Instagram and nothing is kept secret. Wait, they're over them because they live on Instagram, nothing is kept secret. It's them wanting viewers and money. I get it, and I don't think they're wrong for wanting viewers and money because of the things they've been through with him. Because he was promising these young ladies singing careers, and now that's kind of like over. Or will they get a singing career?
Was he promised all of them though, or was it just a few of them?
Well, I
thought
the
Ariel, if he was using that as leverage.
Yeah, they were showing the Ariel girl singing when she was young, and she had pipes. But singing career never manifested because the whole brainwashing.
And the thing about it, if you kept listening to the Instagram videotape, she was saying, Ariel Clare was saying that I'm gonna file charges against you too, which means that Jocelyn Savage, they're filing charges against her because her and R. Kelly was having sex with her during the time she was
Oh
underage.
yeah.
You know, so she said, both of you all going to jail, like Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Tweedledum and Tweedledummer.
Yeah, exactly.
And they sympathize. Angie says, and they sympathize. I can talk.
Right.
And they sympathize with the abuser and fall in love with them. Wow. Let's be honest. Who was the last successful singer he put out? Wow.
Yeah.
The last one was Aaliyah.
Well, yeah, the last singer he put out, but he wrote music for everybody.
Well,
I mean, he wrote
Sparkle. He did something with Sparkle.
Yeah, but he didn't really, Sparkle career didn't really take off like that.
Yeah.
Because, he wrote for like a lot of
Yeah, a
people.
lot
He
of
wrote
people.
for-
Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
Name a few. Celine Dion.
But
He wrote a lot of,
It's funny you said Stockholm syndrome because you have a lot of females who feel love according to how the man fights with them.
Yeah.
So if the man
You're
does
right.
not argue or hit them,
Yeah.
they don't think that man loves them.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And
Yeah, you're
and
right,
then they
That's Stockholm syndrome, I'm guessing.
yeah, because it's a pattern that they've seen probably their parents fighting, and they've always seen their parents together, even though it was dysfunctional. That's what she registered in her mind as love.
Yeah.
So now, if he don't never argue with me, he must not love me. So they'll push buttons.
Actually, now that you say that, I've seen a girl on Facebook say something to the effect of her dude never cheats on her and never argues with her. She thinking about dumping him and getting with somebody who will love her better.
That's crazy.
I was like, love her better how?
Yeah,
never cheats on you and never argues with you. That don't sound like a bad thing.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These young women nowadays, man, they want dudes that put them in their place, and they want you to yell at them and all types
But how many
of
times
things.
have you heard women say, I don't want no weak man. I want a strong man. I want me an alpha male. Until you wake up in the morning, you got bones and knees again. But no, you want an alpha male. You want a strong man.
But see, a lot of times people don't understand that showing love is stronger than showing violence.
Right,
I mean, I
exactly.
ain't trying to be funny, but how hard would it be for me I'm 200 and blah, blah, blah pounds. How hard would it be for me to attack a 160-pound woman?
Yeah.
How easy is that for me? Now, how hard is it for me to talk to her, to hear her opinion if I strongly disagree with it and feel she's in the wrong? How hard is it for me to try to discuss that with her and try to convince her otherwise that that she? So the whole strength thing, it takes a lot stronger of a man to hold a discussion than it does to put pause, than it does to hit. So think about that for a moment. Some women like drama and only no drama. Pedro, I agree. As far as Shamika said, Pedro, I agree. Angie said some women like drama and only no drama. And Angie said that was a long time ago. We talking about the things R. Kelly did.
Right.
Tiffany, God save me, Grady. Say that louder, Pedro, for the ones in the back that can't hear. Angie say, preach, Doc. I done paid the collection plate. I'm about to do the benevolent offering. But yeah, it's like, as a man, we are naturally stronger. I mean, that's just, whether we never lift a weight in our life, 9 times out of 10, we're going to be stronger than most females,
absolutely.
just because that's nature. That's how God made us.
That's how the body was made.
So leadership doesn't mean physical domination.
Right.
Leadership means guidance, meaning that, okay, we're going to do this, or I'm going to try to make sure that we have this, that, and the other. A man is there to protect and provide. I mean, that's how I see it. And I can't say that I'm God and I'm right on everything and this, that, and the other, but I would definitely try to lead whatever woman that I'm with through love. I'm going to love her. I'm not going to sit and argue with her. For one, I'm not an argumentative person. I don't have the vernacular or patience to sit and go back and forth for too many times. I'm just going to stare and then, say what I'm going to say and listen to her, and hopefully we can come up with a compromise.
I think we all can agree, because we all sit here and we all are black men. And I tell people all the time that I minister to, it starts at home, Doc. It starts at home.
Right?
Everything starts at home. Your home life, the children that are going to school now, that are troubled children, it starts at home.
Yeah.
Even when grandmothers raise up, because now grandmothers are becoming mothers.
Yeah.
Grandfathers are becoming fathers because they're raising their children's children. And it's like that throughout. It's been like that throughout the generations. You know, and you hear people say, "Well, my mother didn't raise me, my grandmother raised me," but the grandmother did an awesome job.
Yeah.
You know, my dad didn't raise me, my grandfather raised me, but the grandfather still do an awesome job. But think of how awesome the job could have been if they had their biological parent in the household.
Exactly. Everybody's trying to get sexually involved too quick, in my opinion,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it's glorified so much. It's like, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying sex don't feel wonderful, but it's a whole lot of problems that can come from it. And the number one problem with me is KIDS. I mean, if you're not ready for it, then, you know, it can stop the quote-unquote partying lifestyle you have. That's why you need to, you know, be on that level, ready before you really try to start having children. And there's nothing wrong with having children. If you and a young lady are in love and married each other or plan on marrying each other, in my opinion, that's what I would prefer, then having a kid is nice. You know, I mean, especially to have somebody who you know, they start this little, and you looking at them like, you know, I don't know, if you guys got kids, then y'all did that daddy stare. Where you just hold a baby like that, and you look at them like, wow, you know, like they barely moving, and you just staring at them, and like, you know, it's amazing. It feels so awesome. And then they get the big rusties and get to asking you questions like, the dinosaurs really look like that. You're like, I know. The point is, I done lost my point in there somewhere because I'm laughing thinking about it.
It's a wonderful thing to have a child.
Exactly.
To be blessed with a child.
But like Angie just said, babies raising babies.
But one thing I say is if for a man or for a person to have a child, a male to have a child, whether they're ready or not, if that don't make you a man, nothing will.
I feel you.
You know,
that's right.
I feel you.
So at that point, you have a decision to make.
That's right.
And whether you gonna man up or you gonna become a mice and run. You know, so that also is. I would say babies are blessings.
I agree.
Even though they might set you back. You know, especially
financially,
especially daughters. And Pampers aren't cheap.
Hey, my daughter's favorite, my oldest daughter, her favorite store was Zales, and I was just dumb enough to take her there and buy a diamond. My daughter had lost more diamond earrings than because I wanted to give her everything. You know, I wanted to give her everything. So we would go to the store and buy diamond earrings at least twice a year because she would lose them. And I was just young and dumb enough to go and keep buying them. Patrice Mignon says, yes, you were raised right. I hear you, Patrice. Thank you. Casey Ragland's watching. Thank you, Casey. Casey in the building. We appreciate you, bro. Angie, TD Jakes just preached about this. Well, what did he say, Angie? Tell me what he said. Kimberly Tenderoni Cersei is watching. Hey, Cuzzo, thank you for watching. Back to what we was talking about. It started now. The conversation started with the two young ladies fighting. We kind of have drifted from, but we need to get back on. Women, do not fight over a guy. Guys, do not fight over a woman. Now, if somebody comes at your woman wrong, I understand you defending her. But if your woman makes a conscious decision to do whatever, walk off. Women. Don't fight over a dude. If another lady comes at your dude wrong, he should be able to handle it himself. So I don't want my baby getting hit, scratched, punched, kicked, talked to wrong by nobody else. So I'm a little on maybe the wrong person to be talking about this because I just can't see it. But women don't fight over a dude. If he makes the decision to do something, then walk off.
Live with it.
Walk off.
At the end of the day, it's not worth it.
Exactly. But to get yourself injured over somebody who didn't care enough about you or didn't think enough about you to abstain from whatever.
Now think about this right here. All three of those, if not more, is already in the love triangle. See, because these same two women are R. Kelly's girlfriends. Slept in the same bed with him, ate with him, or did everything together. Now, when you take out that element, then watch how they clash with each other. Because the source has been removed. And anytime you remove the source, who's always been in control of everything, who's ran everything, when you remove that, then they ain't got nothing else.
Yeah.
Did you hear about
That
how
was
supposed
keeping
they
them
was
together.
treated? Like
Who?
one girl is over here in a
Yeah,
room
yes.
with a bucket in the room that she has to use the
Yeah,
restroom
yes,
in.
yes,
She
yes.
has to ask him,
Yeah,
can she
yeah,
come out
absolutely.
to get something to eat, or can she
know what?
talk to certain
Yeah,
people?
I think they said that was his
What in
wife.
the world?
I think they said he treated his wife like that.
Terrible. He treated
yeah.
her terrible.
Wow,
she
but I
had
was
to-
told he treated a bunch
She
of
had to
women that
knock
way.
on the door to
Asked
eat.
if she could come out.
Had to
to
come
Oh,
eat.
yeah.
Said, but one girl say she had been down there 4 hours and had not eaten anything, and she was knocking on the door and he was ignoring her. And when he finally sent somebody down there and said, "Well, what you want?" And she said, "I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything." "You're gonna eat in 2 hours." You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people say, "I don't believe that." Now this is me, and it's my opinion. I believe that R. Kelly did everything those girls say he did, and that's just my opinion.
I believe
That's
it
just
too.
my opinion. Everything they say he did,
I believe it.
honestly believe that he did. You can't make that stuff up. It's too much.
And then it's crazy because like all of the women, not to cut you off, but all of the
Yeah.
women are saying the same thing.
The
you know,
same
the
thing.
same exact thing.
Yeah.
you know?
That's where I was going.
Where he's
It's like-
from? Chicago. What generally comes out of Chicago? Magic Done One.
Oh man.
There you go, bro. Pretty Tony.
Yeah.
Stop.
He right there.
now
Right there. Right
now-
there. He come from that
Oh,
environment.
Now you
of that.
stereotyping
Yeah, yeah.
people from
Absolutely.
Chicago.
No,
In
no.
Chicago, it's
Just,
don't
just
don't
this
take-
one
don't
guy,
discriminate.
and he goes by the name of Robert Kelly. You know, just this one guy, Robert. You know,
The reason I believe it is because, like you said, all of them are saying
Yes,
the same
yes.
thing or around the same.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You know, so that's what makes it believable to me.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
if the stories were vastly different in some areas, then it might not be as believable.
Absolutely.
And supposedly he recorded everything, and the tapes
That's
were
crazy.
taken by the police.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
that's like self-incrimination,
Yeah.
idiocy, and
Yeah,
so many other crazy things. It was a really great sermon. Suggest you check it out. Not the wife, the other woman, the other
Yes,
women he
yes.
had in the house.
Yeah.
His wife did say he did that. Wait, his wife did say she didn't leave the house, and he never took her to award shows, etc. Okay, talking about men needing to help raise their children because you can divorce your spouse, but you shouldn't divorce the kids because
Right.
they're half of you. I feel you on that,
Yeah.
Angie. I feel you on that big time. Oh, that was Angela Gorham that said all that, and I appreciate her. Real talk. Yeah, we're not disagreeing on that by no stretch
Yeah,
of the imagination.
absolutely.
As far as we actually mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as the R. Kelly thing, are we jumping to the next topic?
Yep, going on
What's
to
the
the
next
next
topic?
topic. The next topic is, and I'm quite sure if you watch TV and you're into entertainment, we're going to go to a break right now. Take it to a break, dog.
Hey, as soon as we come back from break, we're going to jump into the next topic, which will be
Why are black American actors and actresses getting snubbed at the awards?
why are black actors and actresses getting snubbed at award shows? As soon as we get back from Talk Show Kings.
Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote local and international talent of all genres. Here are some rules and regulations to the videos that we'll be accepting. They must be radio ready, no cursing, no lewd language. You must send us contact information as well as a YouTube link to your video so we can extract it from there. Email us at 1061tv@gmail.com, and we thank you for your time. Are you an artist, a writer of
TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
Hi, this is Bill Duke, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
back, fam. We appreciate y'all joining us. For the new people, Julius, where we see you, we're talking to the executive producer about you, and hopefully you can hook up with him. Email him at TV1061 1061TV at gmail.com. Email him and let him know your proposal, and he'll get back with you, Mr. Julius Ware.
Absolutely.
We're about to address the award shows, and particularly the Golden Globe Awards,
Absolutely.
where there were 2 African Americans nominated out of the how many thousands?
Out of the plethora of awards.
And speaking as a black actor myself, I would like to see more of us nominated for awards because I think we do some great acting, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it should be addressed.
But we don't really
why do you feel that we aren't addressed? Talk to us. What y'all think about it, Kings?
Well, I'm speaking for myself. Like Doc said, he's a black actor, model. I just recently signed a modeling contract, actor, model. Ty Carr is an actor, model. So we're speaking from self-preservation as to why every time we turn the TV on and we see our black Americans nominated, but nobody never seems to win the award. At what point of the media or what point of the film industry do we have to portray? And if you notice that in a lot of the black movies that they've won awards, they played slaves or pimps or some of that nature. You know, the educator positions that they play, the attorney positions, nobody never win an award for. So why, Ty Carr and Doc, since you're in the film and modeling industry, why do you feel, and y'all chime in and let us know why the black actress and actor are not being awarded for their talents?
Well, I feel like it's because of the head. Who's over the award shows, and how do they feel about minorities, period. It's so bad to me how they will choose a Caucasian actor or actress to play a Native American, to play a Hispanic, to play but how many Native Americans or Hispanics do they get to play Caucasian Americans?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I see the same person play, I can't think of his name, but he was playing a Hispanic guy in Samuel L. Jackson Shaft. And then I see later him play Dr. King.
On
that note, I have to give him his credit though.
My point was, why is he not getting any kind of credit
That's
for that?
true.
Did you see the way he flipped from Dr. King
to
the Hispanic? Why is he not getting credit for that? You know, I mean, where's the love? Why is it not being shown?
Yeah, like you said.
I agree with Doc. It depends on who over it.
No, I was just saying I agree. I agree with you too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like they have other people play us and things like that when it comes to films, but then they don't have us playing, them, right? And that's not right. You know.
Did you see The Wire?
Oh yeah.
The Wire, even though the show was, Baltimore drug deal and so on and so forth, those actresses and actors were phenomenal.
Yeah,
they had you believing it. So, I'm even liking some of the acting on Power. I mean, I try to be funny, but when Power goes off, stars subscriptions go down. When Power comes back on, stars subscriptions go back up.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So if that's the case, then why are the actors and actresses not getting any kind of...
Give me a role in Power.
But what I'm saying is that some of the actors and actresses really need to be commended and awarded for their roles, for the things that they do.
But, this is not something new. If you look at it, because the global awards would be at such an elite level, but this goes on even in promotions at McDonald's. This goes on in promotions from the lower level to the highest. Now, could you imagine, for thousands of years, they've have a belief system. They have a belief system that says we are 1/3 of a man and we're animals. And then to have to credit them and say Denzel Washington is a better philanthropist, a better actor, or to say any accolade, you would be destroying 1,000 years of a belief system where they would have to restructure thousands of years ago. You know what that would cause? The hierarchy.
If we really looked into history and saw that, first of all, Egypt is in Africa. So until the Romans got there, Egyptians were just as black as we are. I'm just saying. I could go into how Americans were taken over to Europe to be slaves. They acted a fool, would not go into slavery at all, and were taken to Africa. So when the ships went to Africa to bring slaves to America, they were bringing a lot of Americans back to the U.S. That's all beside the point.
Right.
My point is they were to look into the achievements of Egyptians in different cities in Africa and how they contributed. Man, now, when I tell you that history would have to be rewritten to tell the truth, I mean, but again, it's not to say that anybody's better than anybody, because I don't feel like African Americans are better than Caucasian Americans, Hispanic Americans, and any other Americans. We all are people trying to figure out how to live happily together. But nobody's above anybody. So cut out the nonsense.
Now, the body of the award show itself means the ones that get to pick the movers and get to pick. They are the majority of the body of the awards are white. Now, keep in mind that all of us follow our black history. We know who Harriet Tubman is, okay? Do you know that the young lady that played Harriet Tubman, they didn't go to her first? You know who they went to first? Julia Roberts. What they were going to do with Julia Roberts, who played Pretty Woman, they were going to make her up down into a dark-skinned black woman. Can you imagine that? Julia Roberts playing Harriet Tubman.
I hope that's just a rumor and it ain't true. I don't know if it is, but I hope it ain't. Wow.
Follow the entertainment. See, when I come out here to talk, I research because I don't want to give the people, nothing. Because if they go back and research, and say, well, oh, no, he was wrong. He don't know what he was talking about. I research. And when we get the topics, I research and do my homework on the topic. So when I try to bring it out here, I bring what I've read, and then I can check and see if it's just in the blogs or topic. No, they actually went to Julia Roberts to play Harriet Tubman.
Well, they were going to get a white man to play Michael Jackson.
And absolutely.
When Michael Jackson was alive, he said no, he didn't want a white man. So I'm like, wow, that's something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but okay, people talk about. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think they need to stop doing this. Like if you're gonna play somebody, like as far as like somebody's race, like play that race. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to don't go to a different race. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play. Don't have a white man try to play a black man. You know what I'm saying?
But now I'm gonna stop you right there and look what they did in a lot of Eddie Murphy's films. Coming to America, the Clumps. Well, in Coming to America, Eddie Murphy was a Jewish guy. Okay, he was a black barber, and he was something else in one of the movies.
Eddie Murphy been in everything. He was everybody in the car.
So imagine what they're saying. Well, okay, Eddie Murphy play all these parts. Why can't a white person play a black person's part?
And what I would say is we have enough roles that are white to.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's one person. Just like they was talking about Michael B. Jordan playing the next Superman. And people were outraged at that. Well, what if a white man played Black Panther? Well, Black Panther is the only the only black superhero we have in the movie.
When they even mentions Idris Elba as James Bond.
Oh no, I didn't
know.
They
had a fit. Social media lit up when somebody said, "Hey, look, why don't you get Idris Elba to play the Black Bond?" Sounded good, it was screaming on the internet, and all of a sudden you just said no more. They were like, "Oh, no, we're not gonna do that."
Now is a good time to unite, because if you think about it, the media and the music and the movie, when it comes to blacks, it's bringing in so much money. There's no way they can deny.
Absolutely.
The thing is, we gotta start writing stuff for us. We gotta have movies that we write. We gotta have shows and stuff that we write and depict us in a different light. Because there's a lot more to us than drugs, gangs, than police brutality and all that. All that does affect our culture. But that's not the only thing to us.
And I think they're being careful of who they pick, because listen, Carly B, Pepsi commercial. Her lyrics, her songs I even saw Migos on Sprite.
Yeah.
Well, they on the big.
Oh yeah.
Right. Migos, yeah.
Yeah,
they songs, you know. So they are trying to change over, but they're doing it at a slow pace.
Yeah.
You know how many rappers we got out there?
Exactly.
But it's only a select few that you can actually change the channel and hear Amigos or Cardi B or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping people like T.I., Jay-Z,
Yeah.
I'm hoping these cats start doing credit unions.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that all these churches, no offense to any church, but I'm hoping that on the days that the doors are closed, that you start opening them and doing business classes for people in your community. For your members, if nobody else, then, you know, teach people how to open business, how to take inventory, how to understand gains and losses, how to understand how to maintain a business. Shamika said, Taraji said that Taraji.
Yeah, basically. Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, said this in an interview that you will see her working because they don't offer black actresses the amounts they offer white actresses.
Right, absolutely.
That's why.
So she got to work all the time.
Yeah, that's why you see her grinding all the time through the year. Now, how many times have you seen Charlize Theron? I don't know them.
Charlize Theron.
Through the year once in a movie. Yeah, because they get paid enough to where they can do that.
She made 20 million in the movie.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron made 20 million in the movie.
The guy who played Iron Man, supposedly he was making what, 50 million per movie?
And he had a drug habit, been in and out of jail and everything.
But he had
still cleaned himself up. Now he
3 Iron Men,
absolutely.
2-3 Avengers, 50 million apiece. Yeah. That's got to be nice, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Got to be nice. I'm hoping that when we do start writing our own stuff, hey, I got to give a shout out to Tyler Perry. I'm not asking for a role. You know, it would be great. But I'm saying, you know, thank you for being you. Thank you for having the vision to open up a studio. Thank you for gathering all those people together to shoot different movies at your studio. Brother, we thank you, we see you, and we appreciate you.
Thank you,
I'm
Tyler.
hoping that other people start doing the same thing as well. I want to give a shout out to Jay-Z for Tidal, because now he's letting people make music and have their own and own the rights to their music. Hey, you rappers and people out there, start making some positive stuff, and it can be released. Now we have a platform for that. Now we just got to get marketing to where when we do positive things, it's marketed and we know about it. Because I'm sure there's a lot of positivity out there that's happening and we just don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the things I do, you know, when I do acting and stuff like that, I try to play like different roles, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like, you know, just like you said, gangster or drug dealer and things like that. You know, I try to step out of my zone and things like that.
I feel you.
Because I don't want to be looked at as just that one actor that plays this one, you know, specific role.
Typecast. Well, right now I'm trying to get speaking roles. Like I've been a featured extra, actually on Tyler Perry's lot. But I haven't had any speaking roles in a major movie. Now I've had speaking roles in shorts, but not a major film. So I'm trying to find one.
It's coming.
And I'm looking for that audition so I can wow somebody.
I went on an audition, I guess, about 2 weeks ago, and it was a fine audition. I said, I want that part.
I see you on that one.
And the lady said, you're going to have to run down the street. I said, they got me there.
Hey, I ain't got a problem running. It might take me a minute to get there. These knees might need to be iced afterwards. But
He said, run well? Okay, that got me. Next.
Oh.
Sit me on the audition with him, a nursing home. So.
We're going to get you help. We're going to get you help. Robert Downey, yes, Tyler, the truth. Thank you. Lauren Wilson, that's an excellent recommendation for church to teach financial literacy. Exactly. Because how much, and then I say the thing about the bank, because if you look at how much money that is collected during a Sunday service, right? I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, not knocking it by any stretch of the imagination. But if we had banks owned by us that gave us loans, because now those banks, that money's deposited into a bank that's not necessarily going to give us a loan to help us build a business, to help us build our community. But if you had that money going into banks that helped us build our communities, then gentrification couldn't happen by others. We could gentrify our own neighborhoods. We can own these stores. We can own these businesses. You know, we can do whatever we need to do to uplift ourselves, to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, as they say. You know, I mean, they act like we're just supposed to start stuff from nothing because we've done it so well. However, it ain't easy by no stretch of the imagination. And when you are African American, they'll talk nice to you on the phone, but when you go and show your face at that bank, you'll be surprised at how things change.
Absolutely.
And I know as a businessman myself, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy by no stretch of the imagination. A lot of companies do it as well. Hey, they'll give you a contract till they see your face.
And Joel Osteen, start putting your money in the bank. What happened to Joel Osteen about 3 months ago? His church got robbed on a Sunday. They had put all the tithes in the safe. They robbed him for $1 million.
Wow.
Woo. $1 million he took out the safe because it was Sunday. He probably was going to put it in there Monday or Tuesday morning, but they had taken all the tithe and offering. Now imagine this one church on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Brought in $1 million.
Absolutely.
That
Wow.
was
But when you look at the church and you see it on TV, it's packed from ceiling
Yes,
to,
it is,
and you know, it used to be the Houston Rockets home basketball court. But now he's turning into a church.
Yeah, wow.
Joel Osteen's brother was a doctor.
Is that right?
And he stopped being a doctor to go and work with his brother. Can you imagine how lucrative that has to be?
Yeah.
I mean, wow. You don't go on to college. You've gone to medical school. You've done your internship. And now you're a doctor. You're making nice money. And you stop to work with your brother in the church.
Absolutely.
But that robbery sound like an inside job.
But a lot of people saying too.
But in saying that, the last time I looked, the Black American, that's what they're calling us now? Black American.
Hey, I don't know what
the Black American
American,
are the 11th richest.
Yeah.
About 4 years before that, they were the 9th. Now, when I say the richest, it's including every other nationality or country. And this is the Black American, not including the Africans, not including the Dominicans or any, just the Black Americans. If we were to put our money together, we are the 11th richest.
Wow.
We supposedly spend $3 billion on goods and services. What if we spent that money with each other?
In our own communities.
First of all, we need to learn how to treat each other. We really need to learn customer service. Because when we own stuff, I swear, we treat each other so horribly that it's hard to do business with each other because we don't treat each other well. First of all, a lot of us go into a Black-owned business thinking that you're supposed to get a hookup. The hookup is supposed to be the good service or the good food or the good whatever that you're getting. That's your hookup. Secondly, the customer service of dealing with the customers. You don't talk to them like you know them. You talk to them, you sir and ma'am. Even if you do know them, you sir and ma'am them and you treat them with dignity and respect. Just because they're a customer. I mean, we got to learn that kind of stuff, and we got to act that way amongst each other. You know, if we can't treat each other that way, then come on.
Yeah,
that $3 billion would do nice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when it comes to customer service, you know, we treat each other bad as Black people. You know what I'm saying? But then as soon as a Caucasian person comes in there, oh hi sir, how you doing?
Exactly.
Today? You know, and you're like, what? Like,
I saw this girl, and the girl was upset by how the customer service was in Popeyes during the Popeyes chicken frenzy. And she said, chicken sandwich frenzy. But she told the girl, she's like, they would never treat me like this in Chick-fil-A. And the girl told her, well, go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, that's your customer. How do you talk to them like that? You know, I mean, why wouldn't the manager say something about that? You know, I mean,
because they get away with it because they, like you said, they don't own anything, so they could care less about customer relation, anything. Their name's not Popeye, so they, they don't care. You know, you can take it or leave it. You know, this ain't mine because when you leave, 2 more people gonna come. You know, and it's the same outcome. I know exactly what you're talking about. I went into a Black-owned establishments and got the worst treatment. My wife and I go to the establishment, and I know how my wife is. If something out of line, oh Lord, here we go. You know, I'm like, I want to eat sometime today. You know, but they got to go through that. You know that. You know, I was like, oh yeah.
Hey, baby girl, I don't know if it's my size or my demeanor, but for whatever reason, I get treated fairly nicely usually, especially by females. But baby girl, you know, she catches attitudes and stuff from people, and I don't get it. I mean, I just don't understand because she tries to treat everybody with respect. You know, she has I just don't understand it. I don't understand why people treat each other badly.
Yeah.
And then, like
And it's
Ty
most of
Carr
our
said,
people, dog.
when you exactly.
It's most of our people.
Well, that's what I meant by treating each other.
Absolutely. Most of our people, most of our people talk on.
Why?
Like you said,
You
you
know?
doing a white establishment. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you doing okay. Like Kat said, you call somebody, say you call a white person at night and they answer the phone 3 o'clock in the morning. You say, I'm trying to speak to so-and-so. And they say, well, oh, I'm sorry, you got the wrong number. He's not here. But if you can't find him, call me back. Call a black person out at 3 o'clock and do that. Boy, you, girl, stop. It's a totally different phone call.
Yeah.
I feel you
I'm
on that
just
one.
saying,
I feel you on
America.
that one. Hey, it's the truth though. Sad as it is,
Yeah,
it's a version of the truth.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not
exactly.
gonna say it's the whole truth because
Yeah.
some people do treat people well, and
Yes,
some people
yes,
do get
yeah.
fed up. But I'm saying even if you're fed up, if you're working in the customer service industry
Yeah.
and your customers aren't treating you whatever, I get that.
I
But
always said
if you don't want that job, quit.
Yeah.
But don't take it out on the next person because the next
Absolutely.
person isn't responsible for that other person's behavior.
Right.
And they're coming in there looking for some good customer service.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that if you have bad customer service, you shouldn't be working there.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
You
That's
definitely
right.
shouldn't be
When you
working
fill out
there.
the application, it should say to work in an environment like this, you have to have not good customer service, but great customer service. 'Cause you know, good customer service can be mediocre. You know, when you ran out of something, and you say, "Well, man, we don't have any more of that." Okay, fine. Well, what you got? We ain't got no more of that either. You ain't got no more of what you got? No, man, we ran out of what you got this morning.
Hey, Angie says, man, ain't nothing worse than someone with an attitude.
Yes.
Like, sorry, is this not your place of employment? I didn't show up at your house or send them to some training. I feel you on that. That was a commercial, and the commercial was a white woman, but it was still funny. It's all outdoors. She delivered a sandwich to the table, and the guy looked at the sandwich and said, excuse me, ma'am, I didn't want mayonnaise on my sandwich. And the lady takes the piece of bread off and wipes it on the table and then puts it back on and looks at the dude and then walks back to the back. Now that commercial had me dying, and I can't see anybody going that far.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
dealing with somebody with an attitude, especially if they make a mistake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like me, I hate pickles with a passion.
Yeah.
Like the smell of them makes me nauseous.
Is
I
that
just
right?
don't. I can't deal with pickles. So I'll tell people, I'm allergic to pickles. Can you not
Right,
put it? So
right.
if you put pickles on there, and I say, excuse me, but I can't eat this.
Right.
Don't get angry with me,
Absolutely.
and don't take the pickles off because the sandwich still gonna smell like it. And I'm still gonna feel
Absolutely,
sick.
yeah.
So why? I mean, what's the attitude for?
Right.
I mean,
Like just do as I say the first time.
Exactly.
You don't have no issues.
And if somebody comes in there with an attitude, then I understand, not really wanting to deal with them, but because that's your field or that's what you're working at,
Yes.
dealing with them the best you can.
Right.
Or getting the manager or tell them to leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't have to serve anybody. You know what I'm saying? If somebody ain't treating you right.
And I can see the person was irate, but these are customers that's
Exactly.
just nice.
Come in with a good attitude.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So are we done, fellas?
No, I don't think we done.
Oh, we had another topic, but do we have time for it?
Nah, we don't have any time, but I mean,
I guess he'll call the commercial in the morning.
Right. He can't make that. Just have a good time backstage.
Big fun here on TV 1061 in Douglasville, Georgia.
Yiddy.
But the next topic, though, since we're going to move on to topic, is the impeachment of our President Donald Trump. The Republicans feel that they have enough votes to go ahead and send it to the Senate themselves. Well, Nancy Pelosi just came out this weekend and said that she's going to send it over to the Senate this week.
Right.
Why did it take so long, Doc, do you think?
I think, one, it took so long because Nancy Pelosi is playing a political game.
Okay.
In that she knows that the rest of the senators, like Bernie Sanders and the other senator that's
Have to
running,
come off the
have to
campaign.
come off the campaign
Right.
trail
Okay.
to go and judge. However, they also wanted to try to get a fair trial, which
Right.
is not going to happen in the Senate by no
Right.
stretch of the imagination.
Absolutely.
The Senate is Republican run. They've already said they won't allow witnesses.
Right.
How can you hold a trial and say you won't allow witnesses?
Right.
Now, what the House did, the House was doing an investigation. I've never seen an investigation in the history of Americandom that they had an investigation and the people getting accused. Takar, I'm doing an investigation on you.
Yeah.
You want to interview these witnesses that I've never seen that. I've never seen that. So that was nonsense.
Okay.
Then for the Senate to say, and then senators, I'm not going to call Mitch McConnell's name.
Don't call
But for certain senators to come out and say, I'm not impartial, and you're doing a trial?
Right.
Really? What is it, Father? We got to address this when we come back, because that was our last segment.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us, and join us again next week. We're going to start off with Trump being impeached, and then we're going to go into some juicy topics. If you have something you want us to discuss, hit us up. Again, we want to give a shout out to our executive producer, Mr. Felix Washington.
Thank you.
We want to give a shout out to want to give a shout out to Marcus Gibbons and Shantae. We want to give a shout out to the Talk Show Divas. We want to give a shout out to
Divas.
We want to give a shout out to The Flavor. We want to give a shout out to Wisdom.
Absolutely.
And all the rest of the shows, Thy Kingdom Come, on TV 1061. Thank you for joining us, family. Share us, like us, and tell people about us. We appreciate you. You gentlemen want to give us baby girl, I love you. To my daughter, I love you. Daughters, I love you with all my heart, and I miss you like crazy.
Absolutely.
I put my grandmother, went to her homegoing ceremony today. It was touching. You know, I've been away for a minute, been to myself, trying to deal with it. Grandma, I love you forever and always, and you know the influence you gave me will always be there. I'll never forget you.
Absolutely.
Much love.
All right.
I just want to shout out to everybody that's watching, everybody that supports us and supports me, and shout out to Kat Davis from the Talk Show Divas. Her surgery went through well.
Oh yeah,
so,
Kat, we glad you're out the hospital, recovering well. We appreciate it. Yay, we got our prayers lifted up for you.
Kat, you know we love you so much.
Very much.
To all the Talk Show Divas, what a wonderful group of young women that's doing their thing, and they're on a mission. You know, support that mission. Also, support us, Talk Show Kings. I want to welcome our new king, Pedro. Thank you for being here so much.
Great, bro.
To my mom, I love you so much. To my beautiful wife, Natalie, I love you so much. My support. Continue to support Talk Show Kings. We love you. We out.
You want to address?
I just want to thanks for this opportunity.
Absolutely.
I had a good time being here. And also I want to say thanks, to my supporters, my brothers at DBH, The Brotherhood.
Absolutely.
That's a reality show coming out soon. Also my manager and best friend, King C. And, just glad to have the support and the love. Absolutely. And all of y'all out there too. Thank you.
Absolutely.
¿Habla español, compadre?
Sí, hablo español. By way of Dominican Republic.
Okay, cool. All right, family, we out. Much love.
Happy New Year.